guys. So today, got a service call. Power steering pump wouldn't work. Has the old style Mercury steering pump. Seen it a lot on a lot of guys who run long. These pumps, the oil turns into like a jelly substance. So usually I'd recommend to just update it to the new steering system, but he just bought the boat, wants to save some money, so we're gonna flush the system out. I'll show you guys what it is a little later. We're gonna do a service first on the lift. Changing fuel filters, oil filters. Look at that filter, disgusting. Usually I do not suck oil out of Verados, but I have a small tube to get to the very bottom. You gotta like kind of finesse it down the hill. In here, I don't like to do that. I like to drain it from the bottom, but if you look at the waves today, I'm not draining engine oil on a float. I am gonna do the lower unit oil with all these waves today, just because we're here. I want to get it done with. Hopefully no big boats come by. When I first got here, it was glass, but I had to run to get a couple things. So we're gonna flush the power steering fluid, fuel filters, oils, and I think that's it, right? Fuel filters and oils is all we did. That's all he wanted to do. But as looking, it needs belts. I'm gonna check the spark plugs. What's these zincs look like? It needs zincs. So I'm gonna recommend to do a 300 hour. I offered the 300 hour, but he declined it. He said he just wants to do a basic service. I also found that's the other fuel filter. That's disgusting. I noticed this is why you do service. I noticed this clamp broken. Supercharger clamp. They just came from Key Largo too. Oh, there the clamp is. It broke. See that? Yeah, that's all the oil. It gets all up. It's like 2 gallons. It's a 6 gallon pump. So yeah, I'm gonna swap the oil over to the other side. In here in beautiful Miami Beach. Beautiful out there. But let's get to work. Jordan's greasing the O-ring. Always grease the O-ring on the filters. Yeah. And we're gonna get to work. Check the new work shirt. Yeah, looking clean. Who wants a shirt? Who wants a shirt? No one asked me for a shirt last video. Hit me in the DMs, EG Marine on Instagram. But yeah, no, I said, hey, subscribe here, get a shirt and a hat. No one hit me up, so. Down on vacation soon. Hit me up. Yep, found the leak for the steering here. The main ram's leaking. So that's your problem there. It's gonna eventually leak all along. We out, we on the float. Check these waves out. Waves everywhere, guys. Someone no waves. Got Jordan here. So we're gonna change the lower unit oil. Alright, taking waves over the bow. Taking waves over the bow. Alright, I'm putting my phone down for this one. But what we're doing here is, unfortunately, I'm gonna take the prop off to change the oil in the lower. You loosen it here. For the vent, refill it till it comes out of this hole. You gotta remove the prop, grease the prop, and that's where you drain it out of the prop. So we're gonna get to work. Ended up finding the engine had a bad temperature sensor, and the ram was leaking also. The steering ram, when it was in the water, I saw it leaking. See how the oil in there? It's not supposed to be in there. Yeah, so doing those things now. New steering cylinder. Here, I'm gonna swap it out. Yep. Beautiful day though. So out there doing a diagnostics with Pops. Pops came to join. What we did today, this fitting was broken. I'll show you guys a quick clip. Put a new fitting, new clamps. The original coil was ignition coil fault. When I first came, no fault would pop up. And then I found rust in the spark plug cylinder and a rusty coil. Where's the coil, Dad? I gave it to you. And we found a rusty coil. So I guarantee that's the problem here. It's getting ignition coil fault, so we'll swap it out with a good used one I have, and gonna take it for a sea trial, see if the curve goes away. So it's only running on 5 cylinders, it looks like. But it's weird because it was firing. I did a drop test on the engine, and the engine was firing. But, you know, let me put a new one in there and see if the alarm goes away. And there it is, one bad ignition coil and a water leak that caused the ignition coil to fail. So we did that. Now we're gonna go grab lunch at Flanagan's with Pops. Then one more, gotta change some O-rings on a steering system. And it had a bad ignition wire for a 496 Mercury engine.